Welcome to CarpFishing.Tips. I've been pretty busy this weekend. Haven't been able to get to the dam, but I did manage to go to a tackle shop, my favorite one in China Mall here in Crown Mines in Johannesburg. And so I thought I'd just show you guys all the stuff I got. Basically I went and spent 844 Rand, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. So that's a bank stick. Which are glow in the dark, and these hooks. So strap in, guys. You're gonna see what tackle I managed to get for 844 Rand. So let's get into it, guys. Our first purchase was a presser bomb, which basically is a ground bait mold. It comes with a nice little manual that explains to you how to use it. Basically, you open up the device, and it's got two halves. You put ground bait in either half, then put the ground bait holder in the middle, close it, and it'll form the bomb around it. It's a really cool little device. I like it because it'll make the bombs uniform. So when you cast it out, it'll be the same weight, same size, same everything, which obviously means your casting accuracy will go up. So there you can see the inside of it. It's exactly that, two halves. You just put the ground bait in, even it out, put the ground bait holder in the middle, which on the red fillet trace will be that little coil, and close it. Bob's your uncle. Bomb's your uncle. At least I make myself laugh, I suppose. And the presser bomb cost us a whole whopping 50 Rand. Next up is a knot tying tool. I've seen it a few times that I've been to the shop, and I've always been curious about it. It seems to be only effective to do one knot, as you can see by the pamphlet. So it can basically make a knotless knot. It helps you tie a knotless knot. It's one function in life. This is probably gonna be considered my dud purchase, but it's got a really cool picture of an old man with a carp. So 10 points for that. And the dud purchase was a whole 25 Rand. Next up is an inline spinner. I got this because I sometimes go bass fishing when I can't spend enough time carp fishing, and I don't have many spinners, and they seem to work really well at the dams. So I got this one because it's got a little fish on it. Can't say how effective it will be, but given there's a fish on it, it should be quite effective. Next up, I've got a tether. These plastic coiled tethers. I got it because every time I've been fishing so far, I'm always trying to find the forceps or the pliers or the nail clippers or something. So I decided to get these so I can put the tools on either end, and then I have them on stretchy little coils, so I can hang it around my neck. I can put it on the net. I could basically just attach it to something so that it's always available when I arrive at the dam. I got a whole 3 of them, and each one costs 20 bucks. Next up is these bite-alongs. They're pretty much like your standard bite alarms, the ones with the two knobs on the side, except this one has a little wire trigger. It's supposed to be more sensitive, and it cost a whole 75 Rand. Now the cool thing with this is it's 75 Rand for two, and both of them have the batteries already included. So big one, although most bite alarms have the batteries included. If you've bought those other little knobby bite alarms, they cost like 75 Rand for one, so this is really good value for money, and they're super loud. They also have a nice little red light that goes off. I like the fact that they've got like a big clip on the side. The other really nice thing with these bite alarms specifically is that you can change the sensitivity. So when you've clipped it onto the rod, when you swivel the alarm, it actually changes the sensitivity of the alarm, apparently, but we'll find out in testing. And here are fishing pliers, fishing scissors, not sure what you call these things. I got them because I have pliers and nail clips and all the rest of it. There's a whole 60 Rand. So I got them because I've got pliers, I've got the nail clippers, I've got little scissors looking things, and it's just a lot of different tools to do function, whereas these fishing pliers are supposed to be able to do all of it. So I'm keen to try them out and see how they work. Pretty sturdy design. It's got the cutters there, there's a gap, and then towards the front of the nose must be a gap so that you can put the hook in and get it out of the fish's mouth. And right at the front of the nose is pliers, so you could probably squash barbs with it or whatever else it is you need to do. And I was so excited by my tethers, I had to hook it up already to the fishing pliers. So as you can see, the design flaw in my brilliant idea is that it gets stuck in the spring mechanism, but nothing too serious. It's just something to look out for, but not anything that will really hamper using the pliers or the tether for that matter. Next up, we've got floats. These were 5 for 18 Rand, so really cheap. I got them because I want to try and start measuring the depth of the lakes where I fish and where I'm fishing, because I've never really actually looked at the depth of any of the places that I go fishing. So I'd like to start doing that, and I thought this was an easy, cheap way of getting a float marker. Next up is boilie stops. These were 20 for 70 Rand. So that a whole packet is 20, what would you call it, 20 trays for 70 bucks. I really like these boilie stops because they're the kind where the hair rig fits into the middle of the boilie stop, as opposed to the boilie stop just being a straight bar, you know, like a dumbbell almost. Here you can see more of what I mean if I can get it off of the tray. There we go. So as you can see, your line would go in between there, and then the two little prongs would be the only thing exposed. So it creates a bit of a smaller profile, and it's hidden by the bait itself. I don't know, I just like them. Out of all the boilie stops that I've seen and used, I prefer this type. Plus, I mean, 20 trays, 20 tray thingamabobbies for $70. Can't go wrong with that. Next up we have a jig head and skirt. It's called a Caterpillar. Yeah, it's basically chartreuse and orange with a black head. It's 20 grams, so it's quite heavy, but again, it's part of my bass fishing tackle. Needed a new one, so I got it, and it was only $25, so can't complain with that. And then I got another inline spinner, just in case I lose the fish inline spinner, or it doesn't work that well. I got a inline spinner with a gold spoon. As you can see, pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary, but it's quite cool. And then I got some hooks as well, size 9. Those are actually glow-in-the-dark hooks. Size 9 hooks, just for when I build red fillet traces or any other kind of terminal tackle. And these cost a whole 25 Rand for 10 pieces. Then I got size 8 swivels as well, also for red fillet trace and that kind of thing. Got size 11 hooks. I actually wanted size 10, but somehow I bought size 11, but nonetheless that's fine. And then size 7 hooks. Can't say that the size has ever made a difference to my fishing, but hey, can't have too many hooks. The size 11 and size 7 hooks cost 18 Rand each, so not bad. And the swivels cost a whole 35 Rand. This here is a rod rest that was 20 Rand. I quite like them, they look quite cool, so I thought I'd test them out. They've got a thread on them, so you can put them in a bank stick with a thread, or your rod rest that has threads on it. It's normally for the bite alarms. You can thread those on instead. Got a few other jig heads. They're 20 grams for 5 pieces. Cost $40. And these red ones. I got them so that I could use them with just plastic swim baits on them for bass fishing. Then I got a swinger arm. That's quite cool. It's actually got a light in it, so you can hook up that cable to the bite alarm, and when the line starts running, the light on the swinger arm actually lights up as well. So that's quite cool. This is a bit more classical carp fishing bite indication, but I'm curious to try it out, so why not? And it cost a whole 50 Rand, which is not bad at all. Here you can see the whole thing in action. So when the bite alarm gets triggered, it lights up. Now these here are the most expensive thing I bought. They were 150 Rand for 10 pieces. Basically what these are their threads, so that you can put them onto stuff. I can't think of exactly what you would use, but for instance here, if you've got a length of pipe that you want to use for holding your bite alarm and your rod rest, just turn the wing nut onto it, and then you can attach a threaded piece of equipment onto it, for want of a better word. And there you go. it's just nice from a DIY point of view. It gives me the ability to try different things. Oh, I also got some bun spice bowl dip. Cost $30. It actually tastes like cinnamon. It smells like cinnamon. Apparently it's quite a good flavor to have. So I do have one other one that's cinnamon, but I thought I'd try one called bun spice, just because. And for the $30 that it costs, it's not. It's worth the adventure. This is the bank stick I got. It's pretty long. It's about 1 meter long, and it's extendable. And the silver piece inside is probably about 70 centimeters long, so it almost doubles the height of the bank stick. The cool thing with this, and the reason why I got it, is because it's threaded. It's threaded at the top, which means I can put in a bite alarm, or that rod rest, the green rod rest that I showed you. I could put that on it. That bank stick cost the whole 25 rands. And well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my tackle fishing store unboxing. I love going to angling shops, and I spend way too much time in there and way too much money, as you can see. I really love gadgets, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love fishing so much, is because there's just so much technology and so many cool little devices and cool different baits and flavors and all of that kind of thing. I think that's why I'm just completely infatuated with fishing. Ever since the first trout I caught in Dahlstrom, I've been smitten with fishing. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and it wasn't too long. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see anything specifically tested out, or if you'd like to see a video of me testing out all the equipment as best I can. But you'll see it in the forthcoming videos. I'll start using the stuff as soon as I can get time to go onto one of the dams. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. And as always, share with a carpy friend. Tight lines, guys.